dear students, welcome back to my channel. We are going to continue the next topic of 12th standard, that's organism and the population. So, first of all we see the ecology. What's a ecology? Ecology is the study of interactions among the organism and organisms and their physical environment. The term ecology was first used by the writer Bert E. Haeckel, gave the substance to term introduced the ecology. Ecological hierarchy is the ecological grouping of organisms. There are the four sequential level with increasing the complexity of ecological or the biological organization. The first one is that is the organisms. Organism is the basic unit of ecological hierarchy. Population means an organism of same kind inhabiting a geographical area constitute the population. Next one is community. Several populations of different species in a particular area constitute the community that interact with one another in the several way. Biome. Biome is constitute the large regional terrestrial unit delimited by a specific climatic zone having the major plant communities and the associated faunas. The annual variation in the intensity and the duration of temperature and precipitation are responsible for the formation of the six major biomes. The first biome it says as the Arctic and the Alpine tundra. Second one is the coniferous forest. Third one is a temperate forest. Next one is a grassland, tropical forest and the desert. So these are the major biomes. The next one we see the habitat and the niche. The habitat is the place or a set of environmental conditions around the organism to which it must adapt to survive and prosper. The term niche is used to denote the functional role played by an organism in its habitat. The niche include the various aspects of the life of an organism. These important aspects like the first one is a diet and the second one is a shelter. The habitat defines the physical space of an organism with the other living and the non-living factors, while the niche describes how that organism is linked with its physical and the biological environment. In the colloquial language, the habitat is a postal address while the niche is the professional of an organism. Habitat and the niche can be summarized as follows. The first one is a habitat is an area where the species lives and interact with the other factors, and the niche is the concept of how an organism live and survive in the environmental condition. The next one, in case of habitat consists of the numerous niche, but the niche do not contain such a component. Effect of temperature, rainfall and the other abiotic factors. But the niche it's a flow of energy from one organism to other through the ecosystem. Next one is habitat supports the numerous species at a time, but the niche support a single species at a time. Habitat is a physical place, but the niche is an activity performed by the organism. The habitat is not a species specific, but the niche is a species specific. Next one we see the definition of habitat. Habitat means what? A place or area where a particular species life is its habitat. The factors like the sunlight, average rainfall, annual temperature, type of soil present and the other abiotic factors affect the presence of the organism. These factors help in determining the presence of a particular type of species in the environment. Pond, river, oceans are the examples of habitat as many organisms are found in the same place or habitat. These habitat can be arboreal, it may be the terrestrial, it may be the aerial or it may be the aquatic. The immediate surrounding of an organism, sometimes also referred to as the microhabitat, is an important concept to remember when working with the sedentary or the weakly motile organism. The next about the definition of the niche. The term niche was first used by the J. Crenel. The term ecological niche is still not well understood, or it may sometime maybe the misused. The niche is described as a position of a species in the environment. Position of species in the environment, as what they do for their survival, how they fulfill their needs like the food and the shelter. That is, a niche deals with the flow of energy from one organism to the other organism. It is important to understand what an organism eat, how it is interact with the other organism, as whenever one of organism it is leave its place, then the other organism it is fill that position. The niche is a specific for each of the species, which means that no two species can share the same niche. Each and every species is having the own unique niche in the ecosystem. Means it would help in reducing the competition among that species. For example, when an bird is considered, it is can be understood how these birds differ from the eating habitat, as the you know that some of birds eats the insect, some of birds eats the fruit, and some of the birds eats both. Means they are the insectivorous as well as they eat the fruit also. Means we can conclude that these birds living in the same habitat differ in their niche because of the different fruit food eating habitats. So there are the three type of the niche as follow. The first one is the spatial niche, or it says as the habitat niche. It deals with the physical space occupied by the organism. The second one is a trophic niche. It is on the basis of the trophic level, whether it's a first trophic level, second trophic level, or it may be the third trophic level of an organism in the food chain. The third one is a multidimensional or the hypervolume niche. It is considered the number of environmental factors. This environmental factor, it may be the biotic or it may be the abiotic. Resulting space will be the hypervolume, not something that can be perceived by the human mind. This space is called as the hypervolume niche. Alternatively, it is the position of an organism in the environmental gradient. For every species, there is a fundamental niche there and the realized niche is there. The fundamental niche means what? It is a niche in the absence of all the competitor. All competitors are absent. This is highly improbable in nature. Hence, the realized niche is a more realistic approach in the presence of competition for the resource available in the habitat. Hope so you understood it. Thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned to my channel. Thank you.